Detour. Unforeseen Legacy by Bladegrave. Chapter 1. Sometimes I had dreams where I was little again, maybe 3 years old, sitting at the edge of the creek. Mud soaked into my skirt, but I didn't care. I leaned over and watched the tadpoles swim around, sticking my finger into the shallow water to see if they would notice me. They always did, and my clumsy hand made ripples in the water which chased them away. As I stared into the water waiting for them to come back, I saw a shadowy figure in the water's shifting reflection. A wide grin spread across its face as it grew taller, looming over me. It reached forward, wrapping its arms around me and pulling me down. Someone screamed my name in the distance, and I woke up suddenly, feeling as if I'd fallen. I took a few deep breaths to calm down, reminding myself that it was only a dream. That summer, I had been having the dream a lot more than usual. I attributed it to nerves about leaving for college, and tried to convince myself it was just a way that my anxiety was manifesting. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have anyone close enough to talk about it with, aside from my dad, but I had told him years ago that the dreams had stopped so he wouldn't have to worry about me. I tried to pay attention to the details of the dream, and see if there was some kind of clue that would tell me what it was all about, but I didn't even recognize a lot of the foliage as something that would grow in Boston. All I knew was that I was small and alone. For as long as I could remember, I had always been afraid of being alone. I couldn't imagine having wandered into a forest all by myself, and when I was growing up, my dad even had a rule that I had to be within his sight at all times when we were out of the house. So the best thing that I could do was try to push the dream out of my mind. I tried to keep busy, started to volunteer at an animal shelter, and picked up knitting. All I had to do was distract myself for the summer, until I moved to college. I figured that once I started classes, I would have a lot more to think about than a dream. In a way, the distractions worked. I got through most of the summer by making sure that I was always moving and had less time to think about what was bothering me. But I knew that I wasn't going to be able to outrun it forever. Chapter 2. It felt like one of those moments that should have been bittersweet. I sat on the front steps of the house I had lived in for my whole life, looked up at the sky and the pavement and the cars that sped past, trying to figure out what I should say goodbye to in the last few weeks I had before moving to college. I knew that it wasn't really a big deal, that I would be back soon enough in the winter, and then again next summer.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?